Warming up. Namaste, beautiful yogis. Happy, happy new year. I hope you had a very festive and yet reflective New Year's where you could gain insight into what you want to bring this year for yourselves, for your loved ones, for the world. We are going to really indulge in a beautiful vision board manifestation sequence that will build up more strength and vitality through all the nervous system and organs and glands. We will focus on the nervous system as that network of imprints, but sometimes of connections. And we'll try to jumpstart the entire biofeedback in the body. We'll use just one mudra today, and I'm going to show it here so we know what we're doing. So here it is, as if you're doing a right angle, and you're going to place this little frame together, put it together. Background and foreground connect. You see through the frame, this is your inner screen. It is called Shunyata Mudra, which is the luminous emptiness. So let's begin. We're going to start seated today and find your elongated spine, always buoyancy in the hips. Taking a moment to feel rooted, expansive, open, receptive, resonant. And here is our Shunyata Mudra. So we create this inner frame, the inner screen, connecting, bringing the screen right where our eyes pierce through the glass window. And we will take a moment to close the eyes and allow that empty space to nourish us. It nourishes our soul at its deepest essence. Who are we? What are we striving for? How is that in alignment with what is happening in the world today? So just take a moment to focus on your identity and feel everything that nourishes you is now moving through you. Everything that expresses you is emitted out of you. Everything that informs you is glowing through you. And everything that fulfills you is coming to you. All the different aspects of self, starting from the physical body, from your health. Inhale, open your eyes. Exhale, blow into this empty space. You're blowing into your health. Inhale. 2 more breaths. What do you have to amend in your lifestyle? Maybe it's the diet, maybe it's the exercise regimen, maybe it is your mindset. What is it? Maybe it is the relationship dynamic. Blow it into that empty space. It remembers what you code. Inhale. Health, a healthy, bountiful you. Good. We're going to flip the frame now and bring the background to the foreground to the background. And again, now think about your relationships. How do you relate to the world? How is your sense of community growing you? And what are you doing for that community? Are you in the right space to thrive? Inhale. Or do you want to change it? Exhale. Blow into that fertile ground. Inhale. Your relationships, from the love relationships, from the family relationships, into friends, acquaintances, forging these new contacts this year that bring more like-minded and heartwarming people like you. And now flip the frame one more time. We're going to focus on your work. What do you do for a living? Or what do you want to bring into this world? And how does this voice, the innermost essence, is your voice ready to be in alignment with what you came here for? Or do you have to change something along those lines? Inhale. I wish a new job. I wish to benefit the community. Exhale. Or I wish just to be myself and find myself, whatever it is. And we're going to flip the frame one more time. Another aspect of our identity after going through a healthy you, a very professionally fulfilled you, a beautiful relationships dynamic that is reciprocal in your life. We go into the so-called money house, or also family lineage, and we are going to infuse our vision board with those healthy breaths for the family members or anyone we want to touch on a deeply spiritual and soul level. One more time. Exhale. How can we create more abundance as we align our state of being and our state of doing? And now moving into a full cycle. See this frame. We're not trying to fit into the frame. We're infusing the empty space with all that we need to draw in so we grow, and then manifest out so we grow others. So we heal, and so we heal others. And now imagine this frame transforms into that recycling sign where you see the 3 arrows moving in a cycle. So we're moving that cycle. We can see that our bodies are moving into their innate biofeedback loop, and everything that heals us is what we draw. So with that cyclical, expansive, and yet reflective state of mind, we will float into our sequence, come onto all fours, taking a moment to adjust here, and moving through a circle. So going back, side, forward, side, and back, and noticing how the body is beautifully orchestrated and powered by the glands, the systems supported by the organs, held by the musculoskeletal system and structure, and how wondrous this body is. Curl the toes under, bring the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to bicycle your legs, shifting the weight from right to left, from left to right. Everything you need. Drop the head. Take a moment to just feel the buoyancy through both feet and hands. The joy of the body moving out of its own accord. And we'll do this circle, side, forward, side, and back. And reverse the circle, side, forward, side, and back. Bending the knees, it's just a natural way of moving and dancing through our first down dogs. And forward, giving the body the wiggle room not to be tense and muscle through the practice, but flow and glide through the practice. And we will step the left foot forward through the hands. Moving into a lunge. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the core in, bend both knees. See if you can get the hips squared. And again, inhale. We'll try some alternate transitions today, some new poses as usual. In Yoga, we have this nice blend of classical and innovative and forward. And now that you're here in your lunge, walk your hands to the side of the mat and bend the elbows here and lift. And now flex the front foot, bend the back knee. There you go. And again, bend. Can we go a little bit more as if we're doing chaturanga? And exhale. So the front foot is flexed. This is your left foot. The back knee is bent and you're getting this deep hamstring stretch. And again, down and stretch. Bring the left hand to the mat. Drop the right knee down. Now line up your shin with the back of the mat. Open here into a crescent. Low lunge. Exhale, flex the foot. Gate pose. Dancing. Inhale. Exhale, creating more space through the hamstrings. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, hold it here. Exhale, stay. Gaze up as you drop the head. Open the heart. Allow the thymus gland to open. The immune factory of the body. Bringing those fenders, our white cells, the warriors against bacterial infections, viral infections, and allowing the body to come into this immunity bioluminescence. Gaze down, bend your right elbow now, and see if you can grab onto that elbow and allow the elbow bending action to pull you in opposite directions. Breathe. Gaze forward. Walking the hands forward, curl the back foot under. If the knee was a little pressured, here's your chance to gently massage the kneecap. Step the right foot a little bit closer and take a moment to come into a starter position. Right knee down, gaze up, arms over the head. You're starting this year, you're starting fresh. You are aligned with your purpose. Exhale, you know exactly what you want. And let's start to simplify the vision board. Instead of going through that bucket list of New Year's resolutions, you're coming to one resolve. Put it here in your hands. What is that resolve? One thing, simplify to one thing. Exhale, bring it in. Press the right foot into the floor. Release your head down. Plant your right hand into the floor and twist to the left. One thing that you placed on your vision board that is the central theme for you this year. Is it change? Is it expansion? Is it withdrawal or introspection? What is it? Is it community, thriving and belonging? It's one thing. Beautiful. Now that you've placed it, come up, gently rolling up through this starter position. Open your heart, bend your front knee into a very small, low lunge. Bouncing here, opening the shoulders, contract and arch, and contract and arch. One more, contract and arch. And turn the back foot in so that the front arch intersects with the back foot, and the heel intersects with the back arch, and gently bring your laced fingers into your left kidney. Place the elbow over the knee and gaze up. We're stimulating the adrenals. Very important. Our adrenal glands facilitate the processes of metabolism, the use of fats, carbohydrates, proteins, how we metabolize the emotions, how we break down and simplify things comes from the way we use these magnificent glands. Gaze down, gently come up, turn back to your low lunge, step the back foot slightly front, exhale here, flexing the front foot, bring your prayer to the heart, square the hips, feel that. And now we're going to take a tree pose, lacing the fingers back, bend the left knee, place your right foot on top of the left knee, open the heart, and then see if you can contract here like a stork, from a tree pose into a birdie that is perched on a cliff. And you're gazing over the cliff and you're growing your edge and you're seeing your strengths and you're working on your weaknesses. Extend the right leg back into warrior three. Bring the hands back into the adrenals. Hold it here and taking it to a prayer mantis pose. Plant your left hand into the floor. The right hand goes into a mantis clutch and reach the arm up. Bend the right knee deeper. Heel toe the right foot out so that you can get more of a deeper stretch here. Gaze up. So populating that vision board, not with resolutions, but inner resolves, those simple things that will help you thrive in 2025. Gently finding our way down. And keep the heel off the floor. See if you can gain a little bit more room here. And gently tip to your left butt. Plant your left hand behind you. Open and flex your left foot. And planting the right foot, reach up and over into a prayer mantis bridge pose. Hold it here. Expanding, opening the heart. Stimulating thyroid, parathyroid, thymus glands. Facilitating the flow through the metabolic processes, the immunity processes. And come down. Gently hug your right knee and tug and untug so you feel that nice opening. If you are a seasoned practitioner, you can wrap into that bind. Now is the time to take it. And if you feel you just want to work here at your own pace and through this growing edge that is opening new spaces in your body, you can do it here, clasping our hands over the head and pressing the left elbow into the left knee. Open here. Breathe and gaze. As we practice voluntary simplicity, we are able to reduce everything that is complicated and complex to its simple constituents, the simple ingredients for coming into a place of thriving. Open up and close the right Knee in, untuck the right foot, and see if you could settle here for a little side stretch. Bring your left heel and ankle over the right thigh, flex the foot rigorously, and then twist over to the right. You're cupping the floor with your fingers, and you're getting this deep squeeze, again, through the adrenals. The pancreatic gland is stimulated here. The way we transform food into fuel, the way we optimize the levels of insulin that in turn support our immunity. Breathe. If you are a seasoned practitioner, Baradjasana would be your option here, either taking it into a twist or binding and coming into the full pose, arching back and reaching up. Feeling the support and growing from that foundation of support and safety. Deepen the breath, or you're here and you're gently working through this deeper contraction, activating the metabolic processes in the body. One more breath. If you were in Baradjasana, you would come out of it, press into the top of the foot, plant your right foot into the floor, readjust your hips. This is a pose that I do every day in my own practice, finding a way to massage the glutes, open the hip flexors. So press your right hand into your right knee and feel that the body is opening up in unimagined ways. And once you're here and you have this, take a hug, moving the left knee into the side of the mat and rocking here. Very nice deep stretch. If that's too much, you're going to stay here and work through this. If you feel great here, you're going to lace behind your head and gaze to your left, whatever feels right. Or here. Inner hug, starting to prioritize your needs over everything else that you're doing for others, not out of selfishness, but out of selflessness. So feel that energy. How can you not distract yourself this year, but zone in on what is important for your growth? One asana with a twist here as you plant your left hand, hug the left thigh, and now see if you can slide the right hand to grab onto the left forearm, and you're like in a hammock. Release the head or lift your butt and feel that deep stretch and contraction, stimulating again the pancreatic gland to secrete insulin and to promote healthy immunity. Bring the butt down and gently roll through the top of your right foot. Hold on to the left thigh with your right hand and drop the head down. Reach the left arm up. Take a deeper twist here. Go more. Take your arm over the head. You're going to feel this side stretch. Your left butt cheek is off the floor. That's okay. Deepen and come out of it. Coming into a gentle Baradjasana here. Both sit bones are now grounded. Take a hug and then squeeze through this hug. So right arm and hand frames the left hip flexor and thigh, And your left hand goes all the way to the right pocket. And you bend. And you twist. And you gaze up. Open the arms up. Use your core. Extend your left leg forward. Then all the way back. Finding that leg is off the floor. Whoops. And we lost balance. Let's try it again. Lift, 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 charge, and down. Flying pigeon, grabbing onto your left foot. With the left hand, move forward and back. And when you're ready, from here, extend your right arm forward. You navigate through how much you want to go down and up, the way you navigate through your choices in life. And we touch the pineal gland, and we remember this is the manufacturing plant of our body, which transmutes everything into light through the higher knowledge to the higher mind. So giving it a tap and a pat. Thank you, gland. Beautiful higher mind factory. Bring the right hand down. Take a little bit of a lift and an arch. Breathing here. And a little more of an arch through the back. And come into the all fours where we started. We're going to go all the way down this time. Flex the feet. Roll down. Chaturanga. Back. Child's pose. Inhale. Flex the feet. Forward. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Flat back. Exhale. Child's pose. One more time. Exhale. And press into the shins. Rise up. Exhale, contract. Inhale, rise. As if you're pouring that abundance through your body. It ripples down. It informs all those different aspects of self, identity, health, relationships, work, family, abundance through all. And coming down on your bellies, place your fingers, flex your feet, and roll through the side, right? And then left. And allow your feet to come off the floor, and then big toes plant so you can get a little more of a roll through the shoulder. And feels great. And roll so you feel, oh, I'm almost in a twist. And roll one more time. Incredible for stimulating the reproductive glands, the markers of a healthy endocrine system. Reach up, Shalambhasana, and down. Plant your hands. Come halfway through. Flex your feet. You are slightly above the kneecaps, onto the thighs. Bring your elbows down. Cross the arms into a pharaoh seal and press your thumbs into your sternum. Flex your feet. Inhale, activating the defenders and the defense mechanisms in the body. Protection shield around your aura. The electromagnetism raises its frequency. One more breath here. And you're shielded from any negative energies. And calm down, Sphinx pose. Breathe, gaze over the left shoulder. Forward. And right. And forward. Plant your hands, fan your fingers out. Charge your legs. Tighten the core. Open the heart. So many actions just to open the heart and sink into the heart. The heart space is where the states of being and doing and having converge. So allow the heart space to guide you through your vision board for 2025. Plant the hands back into the mat, drop down, lift halfway up, and curl the toes under. Back to our down dog. And we did the circle. Forward, side, back, and side, forward, side, and back. And one more time. This time we are going to step the right foot through between the hands, coming into the low lunge. Make sure the collarbones are open. You're widening across your chest. And then square the hips, flex the front foot a tiny bit, and bend the back knee. And again, open, 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 and squeeze into the crux, into the core. And one more time. And exhale. And what did we do? We powered our low lunge by bringing the hands on the side of the mat, outside the mat, right on the rim. And from here we go, exhale, bending the elbows. Inhale, bend the back knee, flex the front foot. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. You choose how far to go. And walk the hands forward, step the back foot slightly in. Come into this triangle, twist it out, a comfortable triangle, expanding and simplifying your New Year's resolutions to that one major thing that you will work on this year. And what is it for you? I know for me it's going inside this year, the inner pilgrimage, not to a location or site or country. It's going deeper into the deepest depth that I have ever experienced. And I'm tuning out all the noise and coming into that place of deep introspection. But maybe for you, it's the expansive state. So honor that, whatever it is. Coming back to the center. We're going to go into starter position and back into pyramid pose. We're going into a runner's pose, but we're not sprinting. We're allowing for that run to be a healthy and sustained run rhythmically and psychically, and going back, deepening, and inhale. Place that intention on the tray of your hands. Bring it through your third eye, over the head. Exhale. Whatever sustains you is now being expressed through you. Step your left foot closer to your right. Come one more time into the pyramid pose. Place your fingers at your back. Open the heart. Open everything. Arch, back bend. Press into the back metatarsal, the arch of your foot. And from here, travel your left foot into your right thigh as you bend and as you take this perched eagle pose, variation of eagle, very comforting, very aligned, extending and coming into a right angle pose here. Feel that adrenal stimulation. Open the heart and gaze up, heel toe the back foot so that you find the alignment for yourself. The last little touch to this pose is planting the outside edge of your back foot, firmly gluing it to the ground. Open the heart. One more breath. Release the hands down. Bring the left knee into the floor. And then the shin aligns with the back of your mat. Opening here into a low lunge. The more you push forward, the more you reach up and back. And exhale. Slide the heel to the top of the mat. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, we're aiming for knee over ankle. So we're trying to distribute the weight evenly and minimize the excess on the joints. Like we're trying to minimize and eliminate the excess in our daily agenda so that we see the firmament of our house and we simply go into the core of things. And coming here, we did that on the other side. Rest your left hand into the back of the left knee. Bend the left elbow. Hold on to the left elbow with the right hand at the same time. Bend forward. It's like an elastic band. It feels great. Don't be afraid to hold on to the elbow. The bending action of the elbow creates that elasticity. And the more elastic the body, the more nimble the mind. There's a correlation between the physical flexibility and the mental lucidity. So we are just finding that through our practice. Breathe up. And again, finding the adrenal gland stimulation here. Gaze up. Very comforting pose. If it's too much on the knee, you can come up and do it here. The pressure should not be on the kneecap, but rather the even distribution through the front, center, and back will give you a release into the knee. Breathing in, opening if you did that on the other side. I love this variation. And coming back to the standing poses, we'll take the warrior three here. Again, hands are clasped into the right kidney. Flex your left foot and try to find the balance. Whoops, I am losing it and I'm finding it and losing it and finding it. But we're true to that dance. Step the left foot back. Open here. Praying mantis. Left hand and fingers go into one focal point as we go deeper. So when we do that, we're drawing in everything that we need for our body, everything that nourishes us. Praying mantis, a qigong infused yoga pose. Very deep, part of the martial arts forms. In qigong, Chen style. And lower down, finding our way. Lift the left heel first. And then make sure your left arm is in front of you for support. And then see if you can go deeper into the dropping of the heel, or you want to keep the heel off the floor. Either way works. Feeling that. And drop down into the right thigh and hip. Blend your right hand behind you. Flex the right foot. And reach here. Opening into a bridge pose. Arching up. We are toning the vagus nerve, the energy highway of our bodies, in making sure all the neurotransmitters that are produced and generated through hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, go down to nourish the organs. Bend the left knee, roll through the top of your left foot. See if you can get both sit bones on the floor with a straight back. And from here, you bend the right knee, flexing the foot. This is your first version of a gentle contraction. So the moment we cup the floor, we are in this full cycle. That sign, imagine the recycling arrows that we see every time we recycle our trash. Very, very important to come back into that cyclical flow in the body and let it heal itself holistically through the breath, the connections between the different types of nervous systems in the body that are the webbing of our conscious cells, our conscious wise cells. If you did Baradjasana here, you're going to bring the foot into Ardha Padmasana, half lotus, and grab onto the foot through the rear bind and open here. There's a little bit of back bend to kind of savor the whole dish at the end. But if you're here, that's beautiful. Deepening the breath. And coming back just to roll through the left foot again. And this nice hip flexor exercise that we did. So we're massaging the right gluteal and the thigh and allowing for the spine to undulate. Every time we undulate in the practice, we increase the buoyancy in the hips. And when the hips are buoyant, the lotus grows and blooms and thrives. There's no tension at the very bottom, in the very root. So whatever you did on the other side, whether here, exhale, or you went here and hugged the leg, it feels great. We'll go into the compound asana in a moment that we did prior. On the other side, the right hand goes a little bit closer. We hold on to the right thigh with the left hand. And once we hug the right thigh, we clasp the right forearm, lift a little bit and feel this biped hand and foot are holding us, and bring it in. Drop into a Lord of the Fishes variation here. Reaching the right arm up. Deepening the breath. Relax your head. Gaze down and up. The more you hug the knee into the chest and twist, the more you're going to feel the adrenals supporting the whole structure, producing the healthy amounts of cortisol so that you don't overarch or overextend yourself, so no nervous tension piles up in the nervous system, and you're able to detoxify freely and metabolize not only the food, but process all the emotions and thoughts. Resetting the emotional landscape. Inhale. Your relationships, starting from the connection to yourself, the most sacred one, God. And coming into this bull seed variation, both sit bones are on the floor. If you did this here all the way over the head, you can try it now. It's really creating an arc, a lateral arc, very deep. Or if you want to go into that bull seed variation where you hold the opposite pockets and you gaze up, you can. You're in a tight, compact structure. The eyes are closed and you feel the core supporting you and you feel the groundedness and you feel that you're curving your awareness to what matters. And that curve is one essential thing that you want to embrace, project, and reflect back upon yourself this year. It's one thing. It's simple. It's not complicated. Beautiful. Take it to the other pose. Bring your arms into a V. Extend your right leg forward and finding the balance. Hold. We lost it on the other side. At least I did. But the more I feel I'm fanning and flexing fingers and flexing feet, the more I'm held by my own powers of the inner resolve. The more I'm not clinging to resolutions that are overcomplicating my daily agenda. Bring it down. Bound, flying pigeon here. You can do whatever feels right. The pigeon can dance or focus and zero in on what we wanted to bring through. The core thing, your identity is informed by, is that one thing. Deepen the breath and lower down. Coming back onto all fours. A little circle here. Deepening the breath. Opening the knees out. I always show this incredible tucking of the right big toe into the left, like so, right? Where you become a closed, self-sustaining, self-regulated system. And once you have that, come into a child's pose. But this child's pose has a chalice to it. Press your thumbs into your chin, the pinkies connect, and you gaze forward. And you're drawing everything that nourishes you, starting from the sense of self. Exhale everything that doesn't. You don't need it. It's old. It's in the past. It's transmuted. Inhale everything that heals you and is aligned with your health. Exhale. You're sinking back into morphic resonance with the earth and amplifying your self-regulating mechanism, the full cycle. The beautiful webbing where you are an integral part of the chain. And now inhale whatever relates you to this world and how the world relates back to you. And then going into your work, what you do, what you want to bring through the voice, that unique soul print of yours. Beautiful, beautiful soul print. Exhale. We're still activating, as you can see, thymus gland, thyroid, parathyroid, metabolizing all the experiences. And last but not least, we're coming into family, lineage, money house, monergy, as we call it, the energy of abundance. And exhale, release. Now release your third eye into the floor.
And take a moment to bring the hands into prayer in front of your head. Your big toes are tucked in. They're hugging each other. Right and left brain are stimulated. You're in full circuitry. Mental, emotional, physical, energetic, somatic, through the body's wisdom. Causal, the remembrance vehicle in your bodies, the pineal gland. Feel that expansiveness as you activate the rainbow self. The rainbow self is your revitalized functions of the energetic body. How can we build a strong bioluminescent etheric shield and field so that we are protected, we are healthy, and we glow that health outwards into everything we touch, everyone we connect to, everything we transform. Beautiful. And lift your head up, coming back into our seat from the beginning and into our Shunyata Mudra again. After the practice, we now know from a place of voluntary simplicity, and we are clear there's one thing that we're going to blow into that beginner's mind screen. That one thing that informs us, that nourishes us, that supports our growth, and that fulfills our heartfelt desire. Inhale, all together, all as one. And turn the cycle, and turn the cycle, and turn the cycle. And the 3 arrows are going into a clockwise motion for you, spinning you into the right tangent or getting you on the right trajectory or having you amplify what you already built, whatever stage you're in at this point. Bring it into the third eye, a delta into the third eye. Inhale, and through the empty grail and chalice, exhale all that you are planting as a seed of abundance for you, the world, and the entirety that we create together. Namaste to a healthy, happy, creative, nourishing, sustaining, but most of all, peaceful 2025. May our yoga practice send this prayer for love and for peace into the world. As always, namaste. Thank you so much for this practice. I hope you are going to fill up that vision board exactly with what you need. And remember, Shunyata is that empty space full of possibility. And you have a possibility to grow and expand now. If you haven't read Yoga Outside the Box, Reimagining the Art of Flow, feel free to grab it on Amazon. Read the story of how Yogeya came to be, because in this new year, it will be moving up the curve and transforming into a multi-holistic modality. So I'll be sharing more tools, more tips, more insight, and more wisdom from different traditions so that we can create this mystery school as part of our Yogeya playground. We had done that before in a very sacred setting in New York with a beautiful friend, Nanette Bevanlander, and we're going to do it again together, all as one through the year. If you have any insight or requirement or requests, what you want to bring out through the practice, please write. And I will be channeling that wise response through the body as always and through the heart. All my love and gratitude, and wishing you a beautiful and wondrous 2025. Love, love, love.